What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a new YouTube video. If you guys are new around here, my name is Samuel Elkins. I'm a photographer and filmmaker based here in Los Angeles, California, and I make a variety of different videos on this YouTube channel, ranging from tutorials to gear reviews, travel videos, and everything else in between. So if you guys are new around here, definitely consider subscribing for 2020 because we're gonna have a bunch of fun new videos coming out and I'm really excited to show you guys. So today we're gonna be chatting about a tutorial specifically centered around editing your images in Lightroom. I myself have made a lot of mistakes over the years with editing, and I just kind of want to show you guys a few easy tips and tricks that I've found to, just make your images that much better. The last thing you want is a client looking at your images and seeing a super simple mistake that you could have corrected in Lightroom, and then ultimately they don't choose you because they think your photo is amateur. So with these super simple tricks, I really actually think it's going to elevate your guys' photos to a new level, and they're really easy and simple to do. So we're gonna hop over into Lightroom, let's roll that intro and show you guys how to edit using these simple tips and tricks. So the first tip that I have for you guys today is going to be over editing your images. And here I have a photo in Lightroom of Allegra that I took in Banff. I'm just gonna show you guys what not to do and then what I do now to make my photos look a little bit more timeless and the edits just to make them look a little bit more clean. So first things first, what I used to do all the time was up those blacks, give it a lot of fade. It just doesn't look very good. Like, as you can see now, this is a pretty trendy kind of photo edit in 2015, 2016, when I was really just getting into shooting portraits and photography in general. It just doesn't look very good now. Like, I look at photos that I took from a long time ago and I'm really, I'm not pleased with how the edits look. I have to re-edit them with my new style. I realize styles change over time, but this is something that I would normally do when I would edit photos way back when, is just add a lot of fade, almost to the point where you can't even see the details, and something like that would be pretty common. It's, kind of filmy, kind of atmospheric, and I'm just not a fan of it anymore. Like, I want to reset this and restart. So the first thing that we're going to do to the tone curve here is adjust the highlights and the lights, and this adds a little bit of punchy contrast to the image. I also want to bring down those darks and give it a little bit of contrast. Mess with those shadows as well. This is the tonality of the image, by the way. This isn't like the actual highlights and shadows, which we can also adjust up here just to give it a little bit more flat. There we go. Gotta add some more contrast in here. And as you can see, within a couple seconds, this is a quick little edit that looks a lot better than the one with just, let me show you again, the crushed blacks. As I said before, I see this a lot still, and I can instantly tell that this is like a photo from many, many years ago, or this is an editing style from a while ago. It just doesn't have the timeless look to it that I think a lot of us are chasing now. We want our images to, look the same or still be appreciated in 5 to 10 years from now. And the editing is a huge part of that. So the more and more that you can just edit the highlights and, add some cool color into the image to make it really pop, I think the better. And it's really going to allow your image to stand out for many, many years to come. So the second tip that I have for you guys is going to be straightening your horizon lines. And I know this is a super simple tip that a lot of you are like, why would I even talk about this in a video? But it's actually something that I see a lot in people's portfolios on Instagram. It's just something that should be always taken care of right away. And there's a really easy way to do this. We're just gonna go into the tool section right here. This is, you can crop and straighten right here. You can adjust the horizon line. You can do a lot of things here. So first things first, I would even try to just click the auto button here, and it does a pretty good job normally. As you can see, it adjusted it and it looks pretty good. We got the lake in the background. We want it to be nice and straight. But even if that doesn't work, which it normally does, so I mean, within one click, you can have a great straight horizon line. So as you can see, something as simple as that, why wouldn't you do this to make your photos look a little bit more professional? But again, if that doesn't work, we can go ahead and click the angle tool right here. And you're just gonna draw on a straight line, which for me is going to be the horizon line of this lake. Make sure it's nice and straight, let go, and it's going to give us a really nice straight horizon line for the most part. And then we can kind of fine tune it just by dragging our mouse up and down, like so. And there we go, beautiful straight horizon line. Super simple, takes less than 10 seconds, usually, especially if you're gonna just click the auto feature, it works pretty well. So I would definitely recommend you guys always straightening your horizon lines no matter what. It just looks really amateur if you don't, and it's a super simple, easy thing to do. So the next tip that I have for you guys today actually has nothing to do with editing in Lightroom. It's more about the monitor that you choose to edit on. For me, I think it frustrated me for many years when I would be done with an image in Lightroom, or I would even shoot and edit a video in Premiere or Final Cut, and I would export it and send it over to my phone or post it to Instagram or even upload it to my website. And the colors would just look different. It doesn't look the same as I wanted it to, and it doesn't look the same as the finished product did in Lightroom. So that was really frustrating to me, but I finally realized that that usually just has to do with not having the correct monitor to edit on. And today we're editing on the VIEWSONIC 2785 4K monitor. It's actually a really beautiful monitor to use. I've been using it for the last couple days. Thank you so much to VIEWSONIC for partnering with me on this video. The first thing that I want to talk about with monitors is Adobe RGB accuracy and why it matters. I think to a lot of us, just buying any old monitor would be the nice thing to do because you can get really cheap monitors out there. But the problem with that is when you're doing creative work, you need that color accuracy to know that the stuff that you're finally exporting out of your machine is going to look good across any platform, you know? And that's the problem that I see with a lot of other monitors is you don't get that. And with a monitor like this, it's allowing you to have the peace of mind that your colors actually look how they are, if that makes sense. You can send it over to your phone, you can upload it to a website, you can upload that video to YouTube, and it's going to look exactly how it does on this monitor. For me, that's super important. Also, I love that it's USB-C. Being able to just come home from a long work trip and plug my laptop right in and pick up right where I left off with any projects or video edits that I'm working on. I think this is pretty important, and it's honestly crucial to my photography business to have both of these features. Color accuracy is something that I definitely recommend you guys start researching more about and finding a monitor that's right for you. If you guys want to check out the link in the description, VIEWSONIC has a ton of different monitors for sale. You should definitely go check them out and see if one of them fits your needs. For me, I'm really excited to add this monitor to my arsenal and continue to edit on it for upcoming projects as well as future photo editing needs. So if you guys are interested, go check out the link in the description. Thank you so much to VIEWSONIC for sponsoring this video. Let's continue with the tutorial. When it comes to shooting, I would definitely recommend that you guys are shooting in RAW over JPEG. Shooting in RAW just gives you so much more latitude when you finally import those photos into Lightroom. And the last thing that you want is finally when you import these photos, they're JPEGs. The problem with JPEG is it doesn't have enough data, so you're not going to be able to adjust exposure, contrast, saturation, tone curve, anything properly. You're going to need that raw image because it allows you to, go back and kind of adjust the image to your liking. So if you want to be doing any sort of professional work, RAW is pretty much essential. So if you have any questions about shooting RAW, I would definitely recommend just doing a quick YouTube search about the camera that you have. There's tons of different instructions on how to get good RAW images. For me, it's super important, and it's the only real way that you're gonna be able to adjust your images properly in Lightroom. So the final tip that I have for you guys is actually about organizing your photos in Lightroom. So the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is go through all of your images that you've imported. And for me, it looks like there's about 320 total images in this Lightroom catalog. I've already gone through and pre-selected the ones that I like. But the important point is of all this is you're gonna be able to really easily see the images that you actually want to edit before you even press edit. And the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is go through the images like this. Just continue to kind of pick through them. And as you can see, there's a little flag icon here. And the flag icon means that I've picked this image. And the cool thing is you just press P. It's as simple as that. Say this image I want. I'm gonna press P. And then now I go over here and click the flag icon. And these are all the flagged photos that I have. And these are the ones that I actually want to edit and the ones that I want to share. And as you can see, it's 30 out of the entire 320 images that we actually imported into this catalog. So it's really nice, and it's really easy to actually get a bird's eye view of the photos that you actually want. I think a lot of the time, you get excited about an image and then you import it into Lightroom and you're like, I don't really want that photo. So the nice thing is you can just pick and choose even after you've imported it into Lightroom and just pick the ones that you want. This is also really nice for exporting. So say I want to hit Command A, and now these are just the flagged photos. So if I go here and I scroll through my entire catalog, as you see, there's only a few of them that are actually flagged and selected, and those are the ones that I want to export. So then after that, it's as simple as pressing Command Shift E, and now I can export all 30 photos, and it's super easy. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. I think it really helps and speeds up your workflow in Lightroom, and for me, it's something I've been using for years. So as always, thank you so much guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Thank you so much to VIEWSONIC for sponsoring this video. If you guys have any questions about editing or editing tips and tricks, or if you have your own tips and tricks that you want to put down in the comments, that would be great, and we will see you guys in the next one.